passenger who never got off the last train? My name is Elias Thorne. I'm 41, divorced, no kids, and I've been driving trains on the Northern Line for 16 years. The route is simple: Newcastle to Edinburgh, 4 times a day, same stops, same faces, same announcements. Most days blur together. Most passengers are ghosts in hoodies staring at phones. But there was one I noticed because he never changed. He always boarded at Morpeth. 3rd carriage, seat 14A by the window. Always the same gray coat, same black scarf, same leather satchel on his lap. Always the same expression. Calm, almost polite, like he was waiting for someone to apologize. He never spoke. Never ate. Never looked at his phone. Just stared out the window the whole way to Edinburgh. Then he'd get off at Waverley, walk toward the exit, and vanish into the crowd. I started calling him the regular. Colleagues shrugged. Lots of commuters do the same thing every day, but he didn't. I checked the CCTV once. He never bought a ticket, never scanned a card, never paid cash. He just appeared on the platform, stepped aboard, and the doors closed behind him like they were waiting. I began timing him. He boarded at 17:42 exactly, sat down at 17:43, stared out the window until 19:11, stood up at 19:12, exited at 19:14. Every single day, no variation, not even a second. One Tuesday in November, the train was delayed at Alnmouth Leaves on the line. 20 minutes. I walked the carriages to check on passengers. He was there. Seat 14A. Same coat, same scarf, same satchel. But he wasn't looking out the window. He was looking at me, directly. Eyes gray as wet concrete. No blink, no smile. Just watching. I nodded politely, nodded back, slow, like he'd been waiting for me to acknowledge him. The train moved again, turned back to the window. Everything normal. But the next day, he wasn't on the 17:42. I checked every carriage. Seat 14A empty. No gray coat, no scarf, no satchel. I felt relieved, then uneasy. The day after, he was back. But this time he boarded at Newcastle Central. First stop, not Morpeth. He sat in 14A again, stared out the window. But now he was holding something, a small black book. No title. He opened it, read for a moment, then looked up at me through the carriage door. Nodded once, like confirmation. I started dreading the 17:42. One evening the train was nearly empty. Late autumn, storm coming. Only 6 passengers. Keyboarded at Morpeth as always. Sat down, opened the black book. This time he read aloud. Quiet. So quiet I shouldn't have heard it from the cab. But I did. My name, my birthdate, my mother's maiden name, the date I failed my first driving test, the date my wife left, the date I drank too much and drove anyway and got away with it. Every small shame, every regret, every moment I thought I'd buried. He closed the book, stood up, walked the length of the carriage toward the cab. The other passengers didn't look up, didn't react, like he wasn't there. He stopped outside the cab door, looked through the glass, raised the book, opened it to the last page. There was only one line left, today's date, and below it, time to get off. He smiled, small, sad, almost kind. Then he turned and walked back to seat 1 for a sat down, looked out the window. The train pulled into Edinburgh Waverley at 19:11. Doors opened. Passengers left. He stood up, Walked to the door, stepped onto the platform, but he didn't vanish into the crowd. Stopped, turned, looked straight at me through the windscreen, raised one hand, not waving goodbye. Beckoning, I felt it in my chest. Pull, like a hook behind my ribs. I stayed in the cab. Doors closed, train pulled out empty. Next morning, I called in sick. Told them I had flu. They said, take the week. I didn't go back. I moved south. New city, new job. Bus driving, no trains, no tracks, no 1742. But every night at 1911, my phone vibrates. No notification, just the vibration. I look at the screen. A single photo. Me sitting in seat 1 for a gray coat, black scarf, leather satchel on my lap, looking out the window, smiling, calm, polite. The photo is time-stamped. Today's date, 1911. I delete it. Every night, it comes back. I don't ride trains anymore. I don't look at clocks at 1911. I don't answer the door after dark. But sometimes, late at night, when the house is quiet, I hear the hiss of brakes. The low rumble of a diesel engine idling outside, doors opening, footsteps on gravel. Slow, deliberate. Coming closer. And I know. He's not waiting at Waverley anymore. He's waiting at my stop. Seat 1-4, a book open. Last line written. Smiling, beckoning. If you ever take the last train of the day and see a man in a gray coat sitting by the window smiling politely, don't sit near him. Don't look at him. Don't ask if the seat is free, because he's not waiting for the next stop, waiting for you to realize you've been on this train. Longer than you remember. The next station has your name on the platform sign, and the doors are already opening. For you.